Hi guys, how's it going? It's Barb's from Barb's Country Creation. It's Barb from Barb's Country Creations. How is everybody doing? I haven't been on in quite a while. We've had some craziness going on. My in-laws had COVID. My father-in-law just passed away with COVID right before Christmas. And I had a little touch of it, and we were just all really, really sick. So we're now finally getting back to feeling better and everything. So welcome all. Today I am going to be doing a bumblebee wreath. Oh, I forgot my base. I have to go grab my base. But here's the little bumblebee we're going to use, or I'm going to use. All right, guys. Hey, how are you? I know I missed you all too so very much. We've been fighting that bug. Okay, so this is the bee I'm going to be using. All right. Let me run and grab my base. I did forget to grab my base. I will be right back. Play some Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had my hands full and said I'd go back and get it, and I didn't. So, you guys come on, say hi, let me know you're here. Like I said, it's been like forever and a day, guys, that I've been on. We've just had a really rough month. Really rough month. So, like I said, we're going to be doing a bumblebee wreath today. Alright, and this is the cute little sign we're going to be using. Isn't it gorgeous? Cute. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tilt the camera down. So before I do that, though, let me put you guys up here on my computer so then I can see the comments. Okay, and then that way I won't miss anything. Hey Sandy, how are ya? Okay guys, and if you could please share the video so we can all hang out together and chit chat. Like I said, I won't be able to see the comments here, but I do have them on my, well, there goes, my computer just froze. So I will just turn you guys just a smidge, okay? Because I don't know why my computer does this. Every time I go live it goes, and it doesn't stay on, it glitches. So I will try to look at the comments the best I can. Like I said, I'm going to tilt it just another bit so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see that pretty good, because obviously my computer's not going to be happy with me. Alright, so let's start. So this is the base I have, okay? So we're going to use this base. Alright? And then here is my mesh. We're going to use this mesh. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. Have fun taping your YouTube video. I haven't even been on my YouTube channel. I feel so horrible. I'll put this on YouTube after we're done. So hi, my YouTubers. I will be talking to the people making comments during my live, but just so you know, I don't forget about my YouTubers watching me either whenever they get downloaded. So welcome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to cut, let me move my mouse out of the way. I'm going to cut these in, I'm going to do 25, okay? I'm going to do 25 inch, and I believe I need 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need 18. Alright, so we're going to do 25 inch, and I might have to go grab another roll. We'll see how far this goes. 2. So how was everybody's holidays? Like I said, ours was rough. My in-laws and I got sick right after Thanksgiving. And then, we all kind of fought that for a few weeks. And then my father-in-law passed away the Monday before Christmas. So, Our Christmas wasn't too happy at all. Quiet. Yeah, we had my father-in-law's funeral a week ago today, so we haven't been too quiet, you know. I gotta find somehow so I can see your guys' comments. This stupid thing's freezing constantly. Technology! Like, it's a Monday, and, like, it never works for me. I call to make a payment on something. Oh, guess what? Their computers froze. I'm like, oh, go figure. It's Monday, and it's me. Technology does not like me at all. Not at all. And it makes me mad. It makes me mad. Their computers froze. Go figure, it's Monday. Alright, don't want to rehear myself, right? Okay. I know, Melissa, my YouTube is growing good. It's growing leaps and bounds. I can't believe how great it's growing. But anyway, yeah, so we've had a pretty rough time here, but we're all... my husband went back to work today. I've been fulfilling orders. That's about, like I said, it. I haven't been on any lives or anything. And while I was sick, I did have a friend come to the wear basement and fulfill orders. Didn't come around any of us. But she did fulfill orders. Now, I was the only one in my home that got sick, but like I said, I only had a small touch of it. I didn't get the upper respiratory issue with it at all. I ended up only getting the stomach issues. I had no fever, just body aches. You know, felt like you got ran over by a Mack truck. Severe fatigue. I did lose weight. That was one good thing. I did lose some weight with it. Oodles and noodles and toast were my best friends. And tea. Hot tea was my best friend. My pillow and my bed were my best friends. So needless to say, the kids didn't have too big of a Christmas like they would normally have because, no, my thing won't work, because of course Mom couldn't go shopping, so we did a lot of online shopping. Well, I did. So we really just didn't, but they understood. They understood, so it's nice when your kids are older and they understand the situation, you know, of what's going on. They were just happy with getting a little bit of something. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 7 more. For those of you who are just joining me, I am using this mesh here. I'm cutting it in 25-inch strips. And for some reason, my rotary cutters, being the stinker, like maybe if I tighten it, maybe the shield thing won't get in the way as much. Hold, please. My rotary cutter is not cooperating with me. It's like that little guard wants to flip and twist and everything else. It doesn't want to stay in place. So did anybody have a theme for their decorating this year for their homes? Or do they do traditional, or how do you do it? What do you do? Now I know I do one tree where every year I get my kids all Hallmark ornaments. Every year they get a new one, so depending on their fad, you know, we get new ones. So my one Christmas tree is just all of our Hallmark ornaments. And then another reason why I do it, it's kind of like a little tradition that when they grow up and they move out, they get to take their ornaments with them. So they have, you know, ornaments for their first Christmas, and because it's hard when you first get married. All right, let me grab one more roll of this. I didn't think I'd need to, but I do. Oh, wait, let me see how much is on this one. Sometimes, you know, it's good to keep your little scraps, right? Too short. All right, let me grab one more roll. So we did have a beautiful snowfall, guys, before Christmas. It was gorgeous snowfall. I loved it. And I took a picture of it. Thank God I did, because like 10 minutes later, my daughter's fiance come over with his little pit bike. And all the neighborhood kids and all my kids were out there riding their little pit bikes all through my yard. I said, there goes my pretty snow-covered yard. Alright, so I don't know how many I have. Let's start putting them on and we'll see if I need some more. Alright, so what I'm going to do with these ones is I'm going to take it and I'm just going to roll in each end, and then we're just going to squinch it up. Alright, and then we're going to put it on. Okay, we're just going to do that the whole way around, top and bottom. Nice when they get to the end, they pretty much roll up nicely on their own. When you get to the end of the roll, it's not quite as hard to get them to be cooperative. We're froze. One more time, let's try it. So New Year's Eve, my daughter and her fiance, who live next door, so they're here all the time. They came over for New Year's Eve, and we all played a card game that they brought over called Cards Against Humanity. Oh my goodness. They had some bad cards on there, but I have never laughed so hard in my life. And, well, no, I can't say in my life, but in years. I have not laughed that hard in years, and my husband hasn't laughed that hard in a long time either, and I think we both needed it. But I know the next day we were both tuckered and tired, and I said, I think it's from all that laughing we did. We were both worn out, for sure. Going to keep going around here. I'm going to move these over because they keep getting caught on my twist ties here. Yeah, and my mother-in-law, I do her hair every Sunday, and she come over Sunday, and we were cleaning up because, like I said, we were a little sore and very tired on Friday, New Year's Day, so I really didn't clean up much other than, you know, dinner and stuff. And then Saturdays I take care of my uncle, so I went over, so I didn't do anything here Saturday. So then Sunday I was cleaning up, and we lifted up the garbage, and all you hear are these bottles clanking. And she's like, my, you guys, it sounds like you guys had a big party here, and we were giggling. And my kids, they love that Welch's sparkling grape juice, and it's really popular this time of year. So I got them a whole bunch of it for Christmas, and it was all those bottles because they were sitting there that night. We were playing Cards Against Humanity, and they were drinking bottles, you know, they each had bottles of it. So that's why all my stuff was, my garbage was clanking. But yeah, if you wouldn't have known that, you would have thought we had this huge party at the house. But we didn't. It's just me and my four of my 5 kids, and my daughter's fiance and my one son's girlfriend. But we had fun. We had fun. I enjoy my kids. They crack me up. Alright, so we're just going to keep going around here. Like I said, these are cut in 20, this is a 10-inch mesh cut in 25-inch pieces. And we're just rolling each end and then squinching it like together. Let's see how many more I have to get here. I have a little heater on down here by my feet. And my feet are getting hot because I have that baseboard heat, and right now my baseboard's covered with stuff I have to put away yet. I haven't got everything put away. You know, when it's your busy season and you have all kinds of projects, you kind of just keep doing project after project, and you say, oh, I'll put that away later, and then it's like by the time you get done you're tired, and oh, I'll get it tomorrow, and then you just start working on something else. So I gotta get all that cleaned up and put away. But I thought I'd come hang out with you guys for a while instead, you know, because guess what, the mess has been there for a while. It'll be there again tomorrow, right? That's the way I look at it. It'll be there tomorrow. No fret. Just needs picked up, put away, in its spot. So anyway, let's go back to our trees. I kind of jumped ship there. So I have one tree that's all Hallmark ornaments, and I collect the Wizard of Oz ornaments. So we have one tree like that, and then I did another tree this year with antlers and black and red buffalo check, and it came out real nice. 1, 2. I need 2 more. I'm just too short. It came out really nice. I liked it. Too bad I can't keep it up year round, but the cat won't leave it alone, so that's what happens when, you know, the kitty won't leave your things alone. She did pretty good there for a little while, and then it was like right at Christmas time she decided she was going to start climbing it and knock stuff off. And then, of course, the balls, she thinks, you know, the dogs and her think they're toys. So now the balls are getting knocked off and the antlers are getting knocked off, so I'm not going to be able to leave it up. But my one tree that we do with the Hallmark ornaments is a live tree. So my kids like their live trees. Alright, so let's get these last 2 on here. Hi Brooklyn, how are you? Hi Julie, I'm doing much better now. Great to see you guys. Like I said, I'm having trouble seeing the comments because I have my phone tilted down, and so I can't see them real well. And my computer keeps bebopping. I have to keep refreshing it to see stuff. So if I don't reply to your comment, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see it. Okay? right. Got the last one in here. Okay. All right, so here's our base. If we can see through all my... There we go. There's the base. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some black, just plain black mesh. And I'm going to cut some of that now, and we're going to put that on. All right, so I'm going to make this... these ones I think I'm going to do 15 inches long. And I need 18 of those also. 15 inches. Here's one. And this is just value mesh. 2. 3. 4. So what, did anybody make resolutions this year? 6. I did not, but I probably should. I think my resolution is going to be that I'm going to start exercising more and try to get my sugar a little more under control with diet and exercise than with medication. That sounds like a good plan. But I can't exercise outside when it's cold because I have cold-induced asthma, cold air-induced asthma. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Need 8 more. 11. Look at that, perfect length. 12. Hey Kathy, how are you? How's them dogs? Love, love, love them. I counted that right. Alright, so we'll just move this over. Bring this back over. Okay. Now these, instead of rolling on both sides, I'm just going to roll it down. Yeah, they are big babies, but I love them. They are so cute. Such personalities they have. I'm just going to stick that in there. Like I said, I'm only rolling it one direction instead of rolling it each way. We're only rolling it like a regular tube. Okay. I'm going to let these go on the opposite direction on their own, since that's the way they want to go. Instead of going the same direction, we'll just let them go the opposite direction. Right, sometimes you just got to learn to pick and choose your battles. That's the way they want to go, so let them do it. I say there's worse things in life to fight over. Kathy, I love your little gnomes that you make. They are the cutest. Keep going around here. Now I also have a ladybug that has the check pattern to it too. But I thought we'd do the bee today, maybe we'll do the ladybug another day. I do have some beautiful Mardi Gras stuff. I do have to show you what I have here. I made this gorgeous Mardi Gras wreath. As my husband says, it's huge, but it's gorgeous. Well, good for you, Kathy. I'm glad you're selling them because they are adorable. All right, so let's go down to our next row here. Get these put in. Yeah, my husband come in just before I started this video, and he's like, why is it so bright in here? I'm like, because I'm going to do a live. He goes, oh, okay. So then he's just standing there, and I looked at him, I said, bye. So I made him go back to work. Alright, got a couple more left to roll up and put in here, and then we're going to go to our tails. So are you guys pretty much working from home? Some of you able to go out and work? How's it working with you guys? They just lifted up some of our restrictions. I guess now restaurants are allowed to be open again here, but I don't foresee it to be long. We have in the areas around us and in this area, it started hitting hard in this area. The COVID started hitting hard in this area in the fall when the kids went back to school. So, and it's still pretty big in this area, so I think, I don't think it's going to last very long that they're opening things. Okay. So there we have. Our whole base is now made. Alright, just kind of want to give a general where I want to put the bee. I'm going to put them up here in this corner and then put the bows down here. Kind of cover the... Alright. Just wanted a general idea where I was going to put the little guy. Alright, so let's get our ribbon tails worked on here. So I'm going to do two different kinds of ribbon tails. I'm going to do 9 of these and 9 of these. Okay. Let's see here. There's my board. my bow maker up for a minute just to hold my stuff. Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, my mother and father-in-law had it. My mother-in-law made it through it. But my father-in-law just passed away right before Christmas with it. He had double pneumonia when he went in there, and they intubated him immediately. So he never made it home. So I'm very sorry. I have prayers for you there, Kath. Alright, so I'm going to do 9 of these, 14 inches. 6, 7, 8, 9. My mother-in-law works for doctors, and one of the people that she works with was exposed to COVID and didn't tell anybody, and the whole office got sick. Hence my mother and father-in-law got sick, and so people sometimes, I think, don't take it as seriously as they should. Ones. We're going to do 9 of these. Twisting. 3, 4, 5. That one ran out. Dovetailing these. I have to cut 4 more of these. When I get rolls that get really low, I take them off and I add them to a full roll of my own stuff, my personal stuff. And in that way it keeps me from having so many rolls laying around. Six, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Some of these like to roll out real nice, and then there's other ones that like to be stinkers. Again, I'm cutting these at 14 inches long. One set of tails done. Okay. All right, let's do the next set of tails here. Oh. I had an open one. There it is. I found it. Start with the open one first. Look at that, just enough. 9. Just enough in that one. So guys, my mom, okay, let me give you a background story before I tell you about my mom. Alright, so my kitchen is cows. It's been cows since we got married. I just love cows. So my kitchen is black and white cows and brown and white cows, and then I have like the blue and white checkered flag, or not flag, curtains, and tablecloth, stuff like that, and then it's the blue and white checkered, it's like the light blue and white checkered border on my wallpaper and my border, but I use it as a chair rail. So my mom for Christmas for me got me bar stools to go on my island that are brown and white cow pattern, and then she ordered me the a set of black and white ones for my birthday. So now my bar stools will match my kitchen. They're so cool. Alright, how many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, one too many. Alright. Yeah, so they're really, really cool. So now my kitchen is complete with cow theme. You know, over the years people changed their themes and, you know, everything else, but I've never changed my cow theme. I've kept it over the years, and it's farm animals are becoming popular again. You know, we went through the the apple phase. Well, it was farm animals, then it went to apple phase, and then it went to like the country, the stars, which I have that in my house too. I like the primitives. So I got a mixture of primitive and farm animals. But yeah, you go through phases, and mine's back in. Woohoo! So I don't have to switch back. I'm still in style, guys. I'm still in style. These were a little hard to dovetail with them all together. They kept sliding around. Okay. So there's our ribbon tails. Got our ribbon tails. Let's put this down here. I'm just going to set this back here behind me. I'm going to need that again next anyway. Alright. Like I said, I can't see your comments because stupid computer keeps freezing. Making me mad. It's making me mad. Very, very, very mad. Alright, we'll see if it loads up this time. We'll see. We'll just start putting our stuff on and we'll see what happens. Well, it says it's there. We'll see if we can get back on it so I can see you guys' comments. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. Let me take my voice off of there. Okay. Don't want any anybody think I'm ignoring them? All right, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to tie these tails on. All right. For some reason I can still hear my son, and it's frozen again, so it really doesn't matter. Stupid thing. Keeps freezing. I hate technology sometimes. Alright, I'm going to put the daisies on the top here. I don't like that dovetail. Let's fix that dovetail. That's a little odd. So I'm just going to fold it in half. Go from there. Tie it into our next one here. Pick it up. Just spread them out a little bit. Okay, and here. And I'll always fix these better once I'm done putting them all on. Okey-doke. So what's the weather like where you're at? We got icky rain. Not cold, but it's not like, you know, short weather. We've got icky rain. All of our snow's melted. I can't remember if they said we're supposed to get more snow or not. Cold, cold, and too cold, Kathy. Kathy, you're not that far away from me. We need to get a bigger table. Someday, I'll get a bigger table. Someday. We're waiting for our garage to get done. My husband had two choices. Build me a she shed or get him a garage so I can take over the basement. And of course, you know, they went for the garage, which is fine because now I don't have dirt bikes. I won't have dirt bikes in my basement, and I can put all my stuff in one location instead of having certain things in a room away from everything, and I can spread out. Spread out. Oh my goodness. Oh, Brooklyn. Wow, big snowflakes, huh? Yeah, Kathy, I used to be cold like that, and then I got menopause, and Forget that, now I'm hot all the time. I went from cold all the time to now I'm hot all the time. But I think all that stuff's starting to, all the menopause issues are starting to settle down because I don't have the hot flashes and that as much as I used to, which is good. And I don't have my fan on high in the bedroom anymore, so my husband's not covered up over his head, making a pillow tower because my fan's blowing on him. Keep getting caught. So what's everybody making for dinner tonight? I need some ideas. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I made ham, cabbage, and potato soup over the weekend. Really good. Really, really good. And it's chilly and damp out. It just hits the spot. And then my daughter and the boys had, my one daughter and the boys that still live here, they had grilled cheese and tomato soup because they don't like ham and cabbage soup. Party poopers. They don't know what they're missing. Ooh, ham sandwiches. Yeah, I made my husband one of those the other night for dinner. I forget, I made him a ham sandwich, and I think I had leftover pork and sauerkraut. That sounds good too, Brooklyn. That does sound good. I'm in the mood for rice. I could do rice. I love brown and wild rice mixed together. It's really good. My allergies have been horrible, and I think it's the dog. His hair is so fine, and it just flies through the air. I can always dice up some ham and fry it up and stick it in some, make some rice pilaf. I could do that. I think the kids would eat that. They like ham and they like rice pilaf. Mix that all together. I can take chicken and put it in, make creamy garlic noodles. Do that. Mix that together. They liked that the one time I made it. I think I cut too many of these. It's alright. I can use them on something else. Nope, wrong way. Wrong way. This way. This way. So, since they're really not making any new shows this year, what have you guys been watching to keep yourself entertained on TV? I've been watching and streaming a lot of movies on Netflix and Hulu. I've been watching a lot of movies. I gotta move these over one. Time out! I missed one. I missed one. I knew those two looked a little far apart. I gotta move these over one. Yes, I've been watching a lot of different movies. Some of the Netflix series, it's called Bridgerton. It's only a one season so far, but I really like that one. That's more of a England in the older days. Don't quite remember the years, but it's about England and how how men would court for the hand of the fairest maiden in the land. So I like that one. Shame it was only one season though. But I like that one. It was good. I can't wait for another one to come out. Been watching a lot of my repeats of my Ghost Adventures. I love my Ghost Adventures. Of course, you know, watched all the reruns of Big Bang and 2.5 Men. Got all that stuff. Kept myself busy with holiday movies for a while, but those are all gone now. I did it backwards again. My husband and I usually play a lot of Xbox in the winter, but we haven't been doing that too much lately. But then again, we haven't really had, you know, much downtime other than me being sick. But at that point, with the headache, I didn't want anything to do with the video games, so. Somebody's upstairs. I hear the dog barking. My husband must have went upstairs. He's done with work for today. Pearlie barks at everybody that comes upstairs just so you have to go over and say hello to her. She has to make her presence known. She's, Pearlie is one dog of ours. She was my aunt and uncle's dog and I adopted her, and she just turned 14 on Christmas Day. We got little Clopper. He'll be 3. He'll be 3. 3? Yeah. I think, no, he'll be 4. 3 or 4 on, he'll be 3 on Valentine's Day. Yeah, he'll be 3 on Valentine's Day. It'll be 4 years that my dad passed on Valentine's Day. Copper will be 3 on Valentine's Day. I always get the years mixed up. And then we got Nova, Crazy Nova. Okay. So, now, I'm going to go ahead, and with this is a metal sign. It has the hanger thing on the back here. Okay, it has the hanger thing. And I am going to use that, but I am also going to poke some holes with some metal punch in here to hold the rest of it into the wreaths. But I am going to use this. I'm going to feed it through where you can hang it up on the wall. Okay. And then I have a metal punch, and I'm going to put a hole right here. This is like the best thing I invested in, was this metal punch. I love it. The hole is very, very small though. I think I need to change the size of the hole itself. But we'll see. Because it is very hard to see. Let me find my eyes. I'll let me put my eyes in and let me see. Because this is a very, very, very tiny hole. Hopefully oh, look at that. That pipe cleaner went right through it. Woohoo! Okay, so we'll put one at the top and one at the bottom. See how that holds it. If it doesn't hold it too good, then we will put one on each side too. But we'll see how it holds. We'll see how it holds. Alright, I'm gonna sit here for 1 second while I can pull this through here. This tacked up here first before I go anywhere else with it. There's one side. Sometimes these feed through real nicely, and other times they don't want to feed through. Alright, so let's do this one. Put this one in. Now this sign too, if you guys do pancake wreaths, this sign would be perfect for a pancake wreath because it's very, very thin. So it wouldn't pop up real high, and it would go really nice in between the door with your pancake wreath also. Okay, let me see here. I think I am going to have to do one more, kind of hold it. I'm going to have to do one on each side too. Going to have to do one on each side because it wants to slide up and down, so. Down through here. And see, what I do is I just run it through the mesh, and then I just make sure you put it through the mesh because that's what helps you, and then you just use your base to hold it together. Just wrap your pipe cleaner around it. For those of you who are new. Okay, let's do one more over here. I did have one more chenille stem and I lost it, so we need to grab one more. Chenille stem. We're going to tack this one in here. Okay. Let's twist this together. this one. For this one. Okay. Fix this before I put that there. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Kathy. The only bad thing is when you try to feed it through the mesh, sometimes the chenille stem bends and doesn't go the direction you want it to. And then it just wants to be a snot. Okay. I got it that time. I am going to fix this because I want this to be popping out a little bit better than what it is. Okay. I'm going to wrap that around this. We started watching this show. I don't know, my husband was switching channels one day and it came on and we just started watching it. It's called Below Deck or something. It's about people that work on yachts and stuff. And the guests that are on the yacht and all that kind of stuff. Things they have to do to prepare and work on the boat and everything else. It's alright. It's something different to watch besides the same reruns over and over again. But it's alright. Okay, so I kind of want to keep my little guy off to the side here, like so. Let me get him this way. So I kind of want him here. So we're going to do bows down in here now to fill in this space. So let's do a couple bows. Now I am going to do 2 terry bows and 1 regular bow. And we are going to use these for our bow. And I think I might put another of the flowers in there. Okay. So we'll do chenille stems with that also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll need 3 bows. And then to make my stems longer, I just twist 2 stems together, like so. Alright, so let's start. Please do not fall off. Alright. I'm going to do about a 9-inch tail for the middle bow. We're going to do, for the first set of loops, 6-inch loops. Take a few of these. Thanks, Kathy. It was great seeing you again, or talking with you. Have a great new year. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again. Give Chester and Dudley hugs and kisses. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. All right, so let's do our next one here. Now, in order to keep everything going one direction, I'm going to show a little trick here. I think I'm just going to use the welcome on each end. So I'm just going to let this come down in here, just so you can see the welcome. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, just so we can see the welcome. Okay. Alright, that's just so we can see the welcome. Yep, one's going up, one's going down. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to both go this way. Might work. It might still work. Yep, I messed that one up. Let's fix this one. It's gonna go this way. This away. This away. There we go. So sometimes if you just want to see writing, you can do that. You do not have to put the full effect in there if you do not want. If you wanted to be able to see welcome coming out both sides, you could simply just take it and fold it like so. So your welcome comes through. Okay. And you would just, you can either fold it, but because you want to have your loop, you do want to fold it. So of course this part would have to be longer, but I just want mine to hang at the bottom. But then you would be able to see the welcome. And then on this side, to keep it coming on this side also, you would just have to do the same thing. Let me kind of see if I can show you. I would need this. Okay, so what you would do is you would fold it in this way. So your welcome shows this direction. And you would fold it in this way also. So your other welcome shows in the same direction. Okay. I remember how I did that before. I want them to show in the same directions. Let me see something here. Wait. I gotta remember how I did it, guys. Give me a second. So it would go this way and this way, I believe. Yeah, so you'd have to lay it out that way because it's so long. That's what you'd have to do. Or just do it this way and do it in small pieces on each side. If you wanted to do that too, you could do this. So then your welcome shows here, like so. And then this welcome would also show here. You don't need it quite that long, so you could actually cut this a little bit if you want. Let's try this much. Yeah, see, and then you would have equal parts of a welcome coming through. So that's how you could do it if you wanted to do that with the welcome showing. But I would probably do that on the bottom since this one's so long and you'd have to have the room for it. Okay, so let's just keep going. I just wanted it on the tails for this one. Alright, so then let's put gotta have some polka dots in here. Gotta have some polka dots in there. Okay, just want to make it a little bit smaller. A couple loops of this in. Just make this loop a little bit shorter than your last loop that you used. Okay. Let's put our daisies in. A little bit of daisies. So sometimes whenever you have patterns, like you would have trucks or like I said, this welcome or whatever, some people want them all facing the right direction, okay, or the same direction. So then that's where you use that little tidbit I just showed you. If you don't care and your client doesn't have that preference either, then you can just do it normally as you would. But, you know, it's totally up to you or your client. Like my one daughter is compulsive. She has to have everything facing the same direction. So like I said, it just depends on your preference and your client's preference. Okay? Alright, let's put our final one in here for this bow. Okay, let's put a little bit of this little guy in there. Okay, a little loop on each side for him. And that's it for that bow. So let's get this tied together. Okay, and then you just twist it nice and tight. Okay. One bow, and let's go ahead and do our little terry bows for each side of that one. So let's start with, where'd it go? There it is. So let's start with this one. Like I said, we're going to do little terry bows on this one. Ones I'm going to do about 5 inches. And our next one, again, will just be the welcome sticking out. But instead of it being going to be part, instead of it having a loop, it's going to be part of this. Here, I'm just going to shorten that a little bit. Alright, same thing on this side. So the welcome flags itself. Okay. Alright, let's put our next one on. Make this one just a smidge bit shorter. I'm going to make 2 of these bows. Again, make this one just a smidge shorter than the other loop. And do this one. Alright, just a little bit smaller. And we'll take that off to the side like so. Alright. Again, I'm going to double the pipe cleaners just because there's a lot of mesh that needs to go through and you need the length so you don't end up sucking your bow down into the wreath, the mesh. So. Alright. So we'll go ahead and pick this one up. Make sure you make it nice and tight. Spin her around. Alright, one more to go. One more. Alright, same thing. We're going to do this one the same size as the other one. The loops are 5 inches. The big bow, the bottom loops were 6 inches. This one's 5. These are just each a little bit smaller than the big one, because the big one needs to stand out a little bit more. Again, with our welcome, we're going to do the same thing. I have one here I can use. I have one here I can use. And I'm just going to kind of do that like that. Let's get the other one. That way they both say welcome. Alright. Let's put this one in. I think this one's going to be about 4-inch loop here. I'm going to make it just, a little bit smaller than the first one. And since we didn't do a loop where the welcome is, you just go follow it down. Okay. Let's get the Bumble Bee and the daisy done. Again, we're going to use the 2. Wrap it up, wrap it up. Okay, let's just go ahead and put this together. Whoop. I took my peg with me that time. All right. All right, so there's our bows. Let me find my peg. All right, so there's my peg. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll fluff the bows after I get them on, because I end up smashing them all the time as I'm putting them on. So I just have decided to save myself some extra aggravation, and I fluff them after I get them put on. Okay, so I just want him to come down here a little bit more. All right, let's put the big guy on. So I keep him off to the angle. Kind of want the big bow off on the angle also, so when the person buys it, they know that it's to be on an angle. So let's do that. All right, so let's feed this one through. Okay, and let's feed this one through. One. Let's put another one on here. We'll put that one here. Okay. There's one. Put the other one over here. All right, so we got all the bows on. Let's get them fluffed up. Fluffed up. As I say, foo-foo time. All right, got some foo-foo time going on here. whenever you do a terry bow, you just kind of want to make them go the opposite direction. So if you got a loop going this way, you want to let your other loop go this way. You want it to kind of make an X, okay? So whenever you fluff it, you want it to make an X. Okay, same thing with this. If your loop's going one way, you want your tail to go the other. See? Loop this way, tail that way. Loop this way, tail that way. So you want them to go opposite directions. Okay, and that's with the terry bows. Alright? And as you see, you can see my welcome that I put in there, how I put it in, poking out of there. Alright, so let's get this other terry bow fluffed. Same thing, if you put a loop up here, then you got to put the other loop down here, which it is, and then your tail up here and a tail down there. Okay? So just make them go across from each other like an X. That's what you do. Alright? Then our welcomes come out all by themselves. There's the other one, there it is. But you want them to kind of be prominent. I want this one more here, and this one a little more down here. Okay? And you can decide where you want everything. And then I'll cut my tails here after I'm done placing everything, and if I like where it's all at, then I'll cut my tails to the length that I want them to. But I'd rather cut more off than not have enough. Okay, same thing here. Tails across from one another, loops across from one another. Okay, so there's the other one. Alright, and let's get our big guy put in. Now this one I'm definitely going to tail because it's right now, because it's in my way. Okay, I'm going to move this one a smidge over this way, I think. Make my welcome come down here a little bit more. Alright, so let's get this big guy fluffered out. Foo-foo time. Foo-foo time. Now if you wanted to, which I think I am going to do, is I'm going to find myself some daisies, and I'm going to stick a little bit of daisies in here. Bees like their pollen, so I will be sticking a few little daisies in here after we're done. Okay. Alright. And then again, let's just fluff this up a little bit more. Now this bow's different. You just spread everything out, put your tails to the bottom. Okay, just like so. And like I said, I think I'm going to put a couple little daisies in throughout, like a little bit over here maybe, and a couple throughout, and maybe one or two in the bows, just to give them a little bit of character. So now I'm going to dovetail these. But like I said, I always wait to do it until after I'm done doing everything, so I know what kind of length I like with them once it's on the actual wreath itself. I'm not going to dovetail these welcome ones though, because they're a little short as far as being able to dovetail them, but the other ones can't be. Okay, let's dovetail these ones. Like I said, I'd rather have them too long than too short because it gives me room to play with them And if they're too short, then, you know, it's a little more difficult to make them longer than you want. I'm just going to dove this one a little tiny bit. Same thing. Dovetail this one. When you dovetail, you just kind of fold it in half lengthwise. Let the edges touch, and you cut from the folded edge up to the center edge, or not the center, the other edge, on an angle. I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter. Same with this one, a little bit shorter. Okay. Let's go to this one. Same thing. Just dovetail them to the length you like or prefer. I always tend, when I make a bow, to make one side longer than the other for some reason. Just shows how crooked my head is, right? Okay, I think I got them all dovetailed. Of course, except for the welcome on this one, because it's a little close to the E on this side and the W on this side, so. Okay, so what do y'all think? Like I said, I am going to put some daisies in here. I have to go dig some out, and then after I put them on, I will post a picture of it on my Facebook page. And if you're interested in it, it'll be available on my Etsy page. You can go to my website at barbscountrycreation.com. Go across the top, and it'll hit Etsy shop. You can go there. If you're interested in purchasing it, it'll just link you straight to my Etsy shop. Or you can go from my Facebook page, hit the shop now button on my Facebook page, and it'll take you to my Etsy shop also. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're interested in any of the products used on this wreath today, you can find them at barbscountrycreations.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me either in this chat here, or you can private message me on my page. All right, guys, thank you so much. Great to see you all, and I hope to be back on again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.